think
yes, I'm asking for your opinion. Yes, I don't know where I want to go. So I'm asking for an opinion. So when we use should, when we use the word should, it is a suggestion. It's a suggestion. If I, for instance, say, Nikki, should I have pork for lunch? I'm not sure if I should have it or not. I'm asking for your opinion. Can you hear? When you use should, it is a suggestion. I'm suggesting to you, I'm thinking of having pork for lunch. What do you think? Do you think it's a good idea? So should we use as a suggestion? So let's have a look at our examples. Maybe you'll understand better here. Question 1. What should we do this weekend? Or what we should do this weekend? Which one sounds right here, Parker? A or B? Question A or B? Which one is right? Come, guys. We're all tired, but we want to do the work. Okay. We want to do the work. I want you to understand what we're doing here. I want you to understand. Otherwise, it's not going to help me trying to explain it to you. Okay, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this. Okay. Parker, are you with me? Listen to me. Okay, if I say to you, remember should is our suggestion word. So if I say to you, what should we do this weekend? What should we do this weekend? I am asking you for your opinion. I'm asking you, what do you think we should do? If I say what we should do, you can hear it doesn't even sound right because the should be before the we. So question A is correct. What should we do this weekend? It's a suggestion. I'm asking you to do something. Let's have a look at the next one here. I'm going to go to Vincent. Vincent, 2. Question 2. Where should we go for vacation? Or where should we go for vacation? Which one is correct? Notice the S on the shoulds. Question A, where should we go for vacation? This one. Or where should we go for vacation? Vincent, which one is correct here?
B.
B is correct because shoulds cannot get an S on. So where should we go for vacation? So we can look at this and we can. I'm trying to make you understand how we use should. Should is a suggestion. If I come to you, Kathy, and I say to you, Kathy, where should I go to find nice shoes? It means that I don't know. I'm coming to you and I'm asking you for your opinion, for advice. So should we use as a suggestion word? I can say to you, Kathy, where should I go for ice cream? And then you will tell me where you think is the best place. Or I say, where should we go for vacation? Meaning I don't know, but I'm asking you for your opinion. Can you see how we use should? Should is a suggestion. It's a suggestion. Okay. Do you understand it now? I hope you understand it. Okay. Okay, let's go to our reading for today. Do any of you have your books with you already, or your PDF printouts? Any of you? Windows, do you already have your books? Not. You don't have books. Okay. All right, then I know to keep it on the screen. So let's have a look here. How should we act? Have a look at some suggestions. How should we act in the classroom? First picture. Put our hands up. Is this correct? Yes or no? Yes. The next picture. Be quiet. Is this self-control? Yes or no, Kathy? Yes. The next picture. Amaury, fighting and pulling hair. Is that good self-control? No. 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 Okay. The next picture here. Nikki, listening and reading. Is that good? Is that good self-control in the classroom? Yes. Playing on your cell phone, Parker. Playing on your cell phone in classroom. Is that good self-control? No.
No.
Okay. Okay. Very good. And listening, good self-control. Okay. Oh, my students today, I think you're still all tired. Are you still all very tired? Looks as though very tired. Okay, let's have a look. The forgotten rule. How do you ask for permission to speak in class? Nikki, look at the picture for me. How do we ask for permission to speak in class? What do we do? How do we ask for permission? Look at the picture. What do they do there? They put their hands up.
And raise our hand. Raise.
Yes. Raise your hand. Good self-control. Raise your hands. Very good. Okay. I'm going to download this and then we are going to discuss this. Okay. Look at it. We are going to read together. First, I will do the reading for you. Follow me on the screen, please. And then we are going to discuss the whole thing, and then we are going to do individual reading. Okay, so please follow me very carefully. Okay, the forgotten rule. The forgotten rule. Okay, where should we go for our spring picnic? Mr. Jones asked the class. Everyone started talking at the same time. It was so noisy that nobody heard Mr. Jones say, "Please be quiet." "Everyone be quiet," shouted Mr. Jones. The students immediately stopped talking and looked up surprised. This is not how to have a classroom conversation, Mr. Jones said. No one can hear each other when everyone speaks at once. Have an idea? Raise your hands. Now, what other class conversation rules should we have? Asked Mr. Jones. The entire class put their hands up and started suggesting new rules. Mr. Jones realized his mistake. "Oh, yes, please wait for me to call on you." So this is a new classroom rule. This is a new classroom rule. Let's quickly have a look at some words that is new here for us. Okay, picnic. By now you all know what is a picnic. Everyone started talking at the same time. It was so noisy that nobody heard Mr. Jones say, "Please be quiet." Everyone be quiet. If you look here at the picture, you can see Mr. Jones is shouting because they're all shouting together. Okay. The students immediately, what does immediately mean? It means right now, not tomorrow, not a day after, immediately, right now. The students immediately stopped talking and looked up surprised. Surprised? They were quite surprised by by him shouting like that. Okay. Jones said, no one can hear each other when everyone speaks together. If you have an idea, raise your hands. Now, what are the class conversation rules? You know what's a rule? That is like we have rules in a class. Don't use your cell phone. Don't speak. Don't shout. Those are rules. Should we have? Mr. Jones asked. The entire class. What does entire means? What does entire mean? It means the whole class. The whole class, not just one, the whole class. I'm asking my entire class, please switch on your cameras. I know you're all tired, but I need to see your faces and what you're doing, please. The entire class put their hands up and started suggesting new rules. Remember, we've asked earlier, we make a suggestion. Now they're suggesting new rules. I'm saying to you all, please, can you suggest what other rules we should have for online teaching? And you then say to me, we suggest that we keep quiet, we suggest cameras on, we suggest that we unmute, we suggest that we put in effort. It is suggestions, we suggest. Mr. Jones realized his mistake. He remembered he made a mistake. Oh yes, please wait for me to call on you. Okay, please wait for me to call on you. Okay, now I want to ask you, Amarie, can you tell me who is in the story? Give me the who is in the story, please.
Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones, and who else? Who are they? Who are they? Who are they?
They are students.
Yes, Mr. Jones and the students. Very good. Okay. Windows, can you tell me where are they? Well done, Amarie. Windows, where are they? Windows, speak to me. Come. Kathy, where are they? Where are they? In the classroom. Well done. Very good. Okay, Nikki, what is the conversation about? What is the conversation about?
The end class put their hands up and start.
Okay, it's about one or two things. They're talking about the forgotten rule, which means the students forget how to behave in class. What were they discussing in class, Parker? What did Mr. Jones ask them? What did they discuss in class? What did they discuss in class?
Where should we go out? Picnic.
That's it. The discussion was, where should we go for our spring break? That's the discussion that they've had. Okay, and you can see here on the board as well, that's the discussion. Where should they go for the spring break? Very good. Okay, now I want to, pardon me, I want to ask you, Parker. Parker, Mr. Jones realized he made a mistake. What was his mistake? What was his mistake? He realized he made another mistake. What was his mistake, Parker? Yes. Yes, he said to them, If realized he made a mistake, please wait for me to call on you. Please wait for me to call on you. What did the students do? What did the students do to show that they had no self-control, Vincent? What did the students do to show they had no self-control? Hey? Vincent, what did the students do?
Everyone started talking at the same time.
Very good. And what was the result? They talked at the same time, so what happened? What happened? It was?
It was so noisy that nobody heard Miss John say, please be quiet.
Very good. It was so noisy because they were all talking same time. Nobody could hear Mr. Jones say, please be quiet. Very good. And what did Mr. Jones do then, Windows? When they all started talking like that, what did Mr. Jones do then? Windows?
Yes.
What did Mr. Jones do then?
Mr. John.
He shouted, everyone be quiet. Everyone be quiet. And after he shouted, what did the students do? Vincent, Windows, what did the students do then?
The student immediately stopped asking and locked it up.
Looked up in surprise. Very good. After he shouted, the students immediately stopped talking and they looked up in surprise. Okay, very good. Now we're going to do some reading. I'm going to start with the first one here. Vincent, you're going to do number 1 for me. Then I'm going to ask Parker to do the next one for me, number 2. Then I'm going to ask Nikki to do number 3 for me. I'm going to ask Kathy to do number 4 for me. And Kathy can actually do the last one for me there. Okay, let's start with you, Vincent. Read for me, please.
The forgotten rule. Where should we go for our spring picnic, Miss John asked. The last everyone stopped talking at the same time. It was noisy. It was so noisy that nobody heard Miss John say, please be quiet.
Well done. Thank you. Great stuff, Nikki. Okay, let me go to Windows. Windows, can you read the next one for me, please? Everyone?
Everyone be quiet.
Everyone be quiet. Everyone be quiet.
Everyone be quiet. Shouted Miss John. The student immediately stopped talking and locked it up. Surprise.
Very good. The students immediately stopped talking and looked up in surprise. They were surprised because Mr. Jones shouted like that. They did not expect him to shout like that. Okay, let's go to Nikki. Can you read the next one for me, please, Nikki?
Number 3.
Yes, read the next one, Nikki.
Not how to have a class conversation. Mr. Jones said, "No one can hear it."
I see the internet is very slow at the moment. Okay, let's do our comprehension checkup quickly. Vincent, what is the story mainly about? What is the story mainly about? A, B, or C? Vincent? It's actually rules to have a class conversation. Remember, they've set rules to have a class conversation. Okay, Kathy, number 2, what did the students do when Mr. Jones asked them to go for a picnic break? What did they do? Kathy? They all started same time, remember? They all started shouting and talking same time and no one could hear. That's it. Okay. Windows. Number 3. The students were surprised when Mr. Jones shouted. Is that true or false?
True.
Windows. True or false? True. And Mr. Jones told the students to be quiet just once. Is that true or false, Windows?
False.
False. Very good. Amory, why did Mr. Jones say, if you have an idea, raise your hands?
I think because no one can hear each other when everyone speaks at once.
Very good. Okay. Nikki, what was Mr. Jones's mistake? Remember, he made one mistake. What was his mistake? He forgot to do what?
C, teacher.
That. See, he forgot to tell the students to wait for him to call on them. Okay, well done. Okay, now remember our mapping that we do. We always have our who was in the story, Mr. Jones and the students, where, so it's our WH questions. Who, where, they in the classroom, what happened, okay? Everyone started talking and it was so noisy. The students should raise their hands. That's the conversation suggested. What happened when he asked the class for the rules? The entire class put their hands up and started suggesting new rules. What was Mr. Jones's mistake? He forgot to tell the students to wait for him to call on them. Okay. So let's have a look at our chunk practice quickly, and then we're going to do our pictures. While we do our chunk, remember the pictures. The first one is cry, and the second one is glass. Let's have a look at the first one. Parker, number 1. Everyone started talking at the same time. Can you tell me what is the chunk there, Parker?
Stop talking. Stop.
That's it. And if we look at our examples, the students started laughing at the same time and the choir starts singing at the same time. So started laughing at the same time, start singing same time. Parker, have a look at the first picture here where it says, for that picture, please, using that chunk. The babies. Parker, give me the chunk for the first picture. Okay, who could help me? Nikki, can you help me with the chunk there for the first picture? Give me the sentence for the first picture.
C, teacher.
Yes.
Okay. the babies start crying at the same time.
Okay, let's have a look. The babies started crying at the same time. The babies started crying at the same time. Thank you, Mickey. Okay, let's go to Vincent, number 2. The entire class put their hands up. Vincent, what is the chunk in that sentence, please?
Put up.
Yes, put it up. That's it. Now, Vincent, we can see the example here. The children put their pictures up, and the girl put her hair up. Puts and up, puts her hair up. So let's look at the second picture here, and it says glass. We can see the woman raising a glass. So what will the correct sentence be using those chunks there, please? The
woman put their glass up.
The woman put her glass up. Very good. Okay. We've spent quite a bit of time on our reading today. I would have liked to do a little bit of speaking assignment as well, but I want you to do this for me at home. You can see there's 5 pictures. Go make your sentences, and please write me 5 sentences as part of your homework at home, please. We can see in the first picture, the class, they're all talking together. The teacher doesn't know what's going on because they're so loud, they cannot hear each other speak. And the second picture, he's shouting at them to be quiet. In the third picture, you can see the students are very surprised. They're all looking at him. And then in the fourth picture, he's explaining to them, if they all shout together, they cannot hear. And then what happened in the last picture? You can make your own sentence there. They decided to listen, to put their hands up, and to listen to Mr. Jones, the teacher. So I want you to take these 5 pictures and go make 5 sentences for me, please. Do you want any change or any of your classroom rules, and why? So you can write that into your story there for me, please. This is part of your homework. Okay, our time is up now. I am going to lose you any moment now. So let me just go out so that I can say goodbye to you. Here we go.